right. Yes, absolutely, we can. I think we ended it where you cleaned up the ice creatures in here. There's still a bunch of this black mold around. And I think someone did some research that cold actually kills these things, even though they generate cold energy. So you'd think fire would kill it, but fire makes it worse. So, I guess. Yeah, what do you guys...
Not research.
Yeah.
Oh, and last thing, I think Riley had already logged off, but I did a cure wounds and gave him 14 hit points.
Yeah, I've already accounted for that.
You good that? Yeah, sweet.
Oh, I went to Damas. Oh, Belson. Oh, classic.
Damas.
I was like, why am I knocked out? Yeah, cool. Okay, so cold hurts it.
Yeah.
Does anyone have any cold?
No. No. It's
a whole bunch of fire making.
Aye. I wonder if there's someone in the city who would have something that we could use.
Would any of my friends have some sort of like frosty cantrips, Malcolm?
Any of the vagabonds, you mean?
Yeah, some of the other vagabonds. They've got like little cantrippy sort of spells. Well, they're not adverse to using a little bit of magic.
I think... yeah, well, I don't know. You can go ask them.
Would I know it already, having travelled with them for some time?
Yeah, actually you would. Whispering Winds would know of a... would have like a... not chill touch. Chill touch is one that does it.
Also, those little elemental things were doing cold damage, weren't they?
Oh, they were.
They're piles of shattered ice on the ground. If you remember, they exploded when you killed them.
Oh, right. Yeah, so shall we throw the ice at it? Let's just try and throw the ice at the thing then.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Let's do that.
It is very ineffective. Throwing icicles at mold is just it removes it a little bit, but it's something more arcane in nature.
That could be a saying, right? It's as ineffective as throwing icicles at mold.
We're not here to shag spiders. Well, everyone, I think that's. I could talk to one of my friends. I know they've got the perfect spell for it. If you wouldn't mind, I believe you met Whispering Wind. They were the one who played at the competition. How do you feel about me getting a hold of them?
Well, if they can help us, it'd be much obliged.
I think so. I'll race out and grab her if I may.
All right.
Okay, so I'll go off and go and talk to Whispering Wind.
What say we clean around the mold while Baleson's gone? We can still do some work, yeah?
There's plenty to do. There's the yard work, for example. There's still a lot of work that needs to be done there. So this is a whole day's worth of cleanup amongst you. So if you want to just clean up outside, that's a job that needs doing regardless.
Sure. And did you boys have a good look around the whole house? Or are there still little unexplored nooks and crannies?
Have I already run off?
Nope.
No, so just before I take off, no, like this is as far as I made it. I was hoping to explore further, but unfortunately, we were surprised by these ice things.
Right. Well, Riley, would you like to accompany me inside and see if we can just make sure there aren't any more nasty little surprises for us?
Yeah, okay, I'll run off. I'll go and get Whispering Wind.
No, I'm pretty sure Baleson just ran that way. Not inside.
Oh!
Okay.
No, I mean other nasty surprises.
If we must, if we must.
Right. Baleson, voice channel 2, please.
I think.
All right.
Oh.
Hello.
Mm-hmm.
Just a sec. All right, so you go to the place where you know all the uncanny vagabonds will be hanging out. I mean, there's Taris, the leader, Gren, his right-hand man, Morrigan, and Whispering Winds. And Taris is the first to greet you and says, Baleson, how goes the Gorso job?
Well, we've met with some sort of unexpected difficulties, particularly the ice methods, I think, surprised us. Luckily, though, where there's this mold that we can't really take care of. We need someone with some sort of icicle powers to freeze it off, shall we say. And that might be the cover in which to get Whispering Wind in.
Oh, Whispering Wind says, oh yes, absolutely I can. I have a few cold cantrips up my sleeve. I could clear it out post-haste.
Fantastic. Well, that would give us the two of us. I didn't get much of an ability to case the joint. Something bad has happened in there, but I'm sure we'll find something expensive inside.
Let us hope so. Harris then pipes up, and what about the Will Tamer situation? Have you made any progress on that?
I'm afraid not. It's been hard. I thought I'd be able to ingratiate myself at a party, but it turned out to be an orgy.
Oh, well, And I assume the Lord was not there?
Not Lord Wilthammer, no, but
Submarines
Look.
put it on.
Yeah, to be honest, I feared for the safety and sanctity of myself, and thusly, we ran off. We have managed to make, some money, and I do have a cut here, and I think we're getting paid handsomely for this one. Perhaps this will do well to ingratiate ourselves further, but I'm sorry I haven't quite found the opportunity in which to pursue that opportunity.
Well, there's still time. There's not a ticking clock on this one. It just needs to be done in the not too
Have you
distant
any
future.
advice? Have you any advice in which a lead I could follow, perhaps?
Well, unfortunately not. I mean, the Wilthammers is the oldest family there is. And rumor has it that the most richest family there is as well. Their mansion is locked up tight. The security is intense. There is the, I believe what you went to was described by the Dummerins as a pre-ball activity. There's still the Wilthammer Ball itself, which I'm sure the Lord and Lady will be putting an appearance in.
Yes.
So if you get yourself into that party, then well, let's talk hypothetically. Let's assume you get yourself all gussied up and don't look like a vagabond, put on a suit or something, and go to the ball. It's held outside. If you go to Area 90 on your map, that is where it is, at the Royal Gardens. It's an outside event. The Lord Waltamer will be there. There will be security, no doubt. What would you do?
Well, in which case, is there leave for, or perhaps, when is the Wilthammer Ball? Sorry, Malcolm, is it in the next couple of days, or is it tonight?
Are you going to? If you spend the rest of the day during the Gorso Mansion, there'll be one more full day, and then the ball will be happening on the night of the second day.
Okay. In which case, well, how should we attempt to achieve our ends? I mean, originally I was envisaging the ball being in some sort of a building, what have you, and I was going to leave a window open. I really must say this is quite confusing, and look, I will do my best. Do you perhaps have a tool in which to achieve our ends?
We have many tools for killing people. The trick is not to get caught, though. And therein lies
Precisely.
the rub.
Yes, no, precisely. Well, perhaps if there is some form of slow-acting poison, per se, or some other means in which to kill without raising suspicion, that I might deposit it with in their food or in their water or whatever other libation they're having.
Libations will be flowing aplenty. Tell what, get yourself into the ball, and that's your job. Our job will be to acquire something that you can slip in his drink. And I highly recommend don't get caught.
Precisely, I don't intend to.
All right, we have some semblance of a plan. You get into the ball, and we'll provide you the poison, and then don't roll a natural one, as they say.
Fine. And mayhaps we'll find that poison in this Gorso Manor. It is definitely creepy.
Well, all right, let's get to it, says Whispering Winds, and she starts jaunting off to the Gorso Manor. At which point we can rejoin the other folks. So back to Voice Channel 1.
Good thing.
Fruitful
Right.
partnership.
Anything happened while we were gone?
Just a little bit of chatting.
Sure. So Bailson comes back with Whispering Winds, the tabaxi. She says, all right, point me to the offending mold and I'll see what I can do.
Well, you're right here, of course, and I'm sure there's more inside as well.
It's a cantrip that does cold damage. It's not chill touch because that does necrotic.
Ray of Frost?
Ray of Frost, there we go. Yeah, so she just Ray of Frost and she systematically goes around the house. And indeed, it seems, even though I think it was Pastor Timothy who got hit by the mold when he went in, doing cold damage, the cold system, Whispering Winds go through and systematically falls off and falls off and falls off, and we've lost Torque. Is he still in game? Not even in game, we've just lost him. Oh, he's back. You back with us, Torque? Torque?
I can go check home.
Okay, cheers.
Where is he?
Can you hear me?
There we
Oh,
go.
yes.
There we go.
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah,
Yep.
we can hear you.
Yeah, got you loud and clear.
I mean, sorry, yeah, we can hear you. Speak louder.
Okay, with Whispering Winds going through and removing all obvious danger, the house is relatively clean. It's more like the outside work, but it's still going to take you a full day to go through. And Whispering Winds, being the delightfully curious young tabaxi that she is going to help and help clean up because she's finding lots of interesting things.
Right. I'll just sidle over to Belson and actually, just off to the side, I'll cast message and whisper in Baleson's ear. You're Whispering Winds there. She on the up and up?
Oh, absolutely, she saved my life. I owe my life to her and her compatriots.
Right. Well, just trust is a powerful thing, but we'll just keep an eye on her. She looks like she's a bit too interested in the contents of the house as well as cleaning it there, if you know what I mean.
Okay, well, if you want, I can keep an eye on her.
I would love that, Baleson. And I'm sorry to be so suspicious, but this city's getting to me, man.
Yes, no, of course, I can understand it. I'm sure there's nothing to worry about, but I'll keep an eye on her if you wish.
Fantastic. And I'm just gonna cast message to Torque and say, Torque, man, how about you keep an eye on Baleson, keeping an eye on Whispering Winds there, man? Just, not that I don't trust him, but they seem interested in the contents of the house, if you know what I mean.
And who will be keeping an eye on you?
Oh. All of my actions will be made plainly through the light of the Redeemer. He sees all, knows all.
Well, Torque, if you're keeping an eye on Baleson, why don't you make me a perception check?
And should I make a perception check on Whispering Wind? Okay. Perception. Oh.
Whispering Winds is indeed looking for things of value, but the things she's looking for are valuable to her only. She seems to be helping herself to buttons, like buttons on clothes. Like this a valuable piece of silverware. She kind of puts it aside and takes buttons from drawers. So she's interested in buttons, but not things of value. She's a thing about buttons at the moment. And Torque, you're keeping an eye on Baleson. So we're springing you something cool. It's what you notice about Baleson. Torque. All right. Well, the rest of the day What's that?
I was wondering, also because after I'm done my things,
You need Wi-Fi's going off at 9. You need to be in bed by 9:30. Is there anything else? See you in a bit. Okay. Okay. Noted torque. Got it. All right. So the rest of the day is spent in hard back-breaking labor, and eventually the Gorso Manor is in a presentable state. Presuming that some official figures from Gorso will be moving in to celebrate the King's Games, which they haven't done in years. So this is why their mansion is needed cleaning. And yeah, eventually the job is done.
Excellent. As we're cleaning, though, could I be just keeping an eye out for anything that would give an insight into why the Gorsos left or why they're coming back? Any sort of correspondence or anything like that?
Oh, make an investigation check. Nothing rings a bell.
Okay.
No,
That's
they
all right.
haven't been here for years.
Well, looks like our job's done, boys.
Fantastic. Thanks, Whispering Winds. We could never have done it without your help.
I feel I almost need to admit this just in case it causes a few problems, but I did help myself to a couple of things. And she shows you a fistful of buttons.
I must admit I did notice that, but surely they're not going to miss a few buttons. If they haven't been here for years, I'm sure they don't have a stock take for it. And I know that the entire troop could use, accoutrement for our costumes and some way of fixing. A few buttons wouldn't go amiss. Don't you think, everyone?
Buttons? Yeah, buttons. Great.
And no other items were removed, were they? And no other items were removed for extra cleaning or restoration?
No, not at all, I don't think. You are telling the truth, aren't you, Whispering Winds?
It's just buttons.
I swear to you, I only saw Whispering Winds take buttons. Yeah. So shall we go?
Alright, well, do we need... is someone coming around to inspect our work or anything like that? Or do we just go and say, we've done it, get paid?
The person you were doing this job for was Nathal Wester, the Red Cloak. And if you remember, he said he'd have more jobs for you. This gentleman, the Red Cloak of the town, I'd have more jobs for you if you did that successfully. And he's over at number 60, Halls of the Lawgiver.
Now, Whispering Winds, are you okay for getting home, or would you like to hang out with us? You can, of course, you can stay with us as well. You've been a great help on multiple occasions.
Well, I've got buttons to inspect. I'll see you around. And she skips off down the lane.
Yeah. Okay. Bye. Bye.
All right.
Bye.
So you make your way out of the High District, and it's made very clear that you're not welcome here again unless you have a letter from a noble or or a person of note, like the king or the princess or a red cloak. And you make your way back to the halls of the lawgiver. And Nethel Wester says, well, I'm sure you've done a good job. I'll send some men to double check. But I forget, how much was it that I owed you again?
I think it was somewhere around the 100 gold piece mark, Mr. Wester, was what we discussed.
Carefully counts out 100 gold pieces and hands it over to you. Now, I know it's late, and I know you probably want nothing more than to put your feet up after a hard day's work, but a situation has come to my attention that is perhaps of a more urgent nature. So you can refuse this if you like, of course. There is no enforced conscription here. But if you wish to ingratiate yourself to me further, this would be a prime opportunity to do it. Now, I'm not saying you need to do this. I'm not saying you'll be looked down if you don't. But I have a matter of great urgency. Are you interested?
Like we nearly died during a basic cleaning mission. I'm sure we can handle much more.
If you can have a brief rest right now, or if you have any sort of recuperatory property powers here, so that we'd be full strength, I'm sure we'd go immediately. A healing potion or two might do the trick. If you want us to move on it immediately, or if you don't mind waiting for an hour, then it's quite lucrative working for you, and dare I say it, it's nice to be of service to this town, both on behalf of ourselves and Pastor Timothy here.
All I can offer you is a strong cup of coffee, but if you want to put your feet up here for a short while I explain what's going on, that would be fine.
Well, thank you very much. Are you up for another job, everyone?
Why not? The night's young.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, but you're rather old.
I'm feeling rather old, I must say. It's yes.
So feel free to take a short rest as Nethel Wester pops up. Now this is almost a bit of a test before I even start talking. I mentioned this to you before. The situation has become more urgent. Who remembers what I told you about Drax Tightlips?
Let me say that there have been so many new names and new faces today since we've arrived in this city. I must confess that I've completely forgotten anything to do with that name, Mr. Wester. I'm very sorry to say.
You have a way with words, Pastor Timothy. Much simpler way to say it.
Near the buried tower.
You're
that's
halfway
my only note. Yeah.
Let me refresh your memory. Before you left on this Byra mission, but our worries and concerns about a dwarf gentleman called Drax Tightlips. He was at the
ball, at the orgy.
Oh, is he my friend from the orgy?
Yeah. And he was saying he's got a good opportunity for us, and he's out at the buried tower outside of the thing. That's where he is.
Ah, well.
Yeah.
It looks like the DM got slightly confused about it. But he will say, well, this gentleman, Drax Tightlips, we have grave concerns about. He would frequent the Cheeky Mermaid Inn, right here, and talk about a score to end all scores. He said he was going to make enough money to like generational wealth, this type of thing. And he talked it up and he talked it up and he talked it up. And then he vanished about a couple of days ago. No sign, no message from him, nothing at all. So we have concerns. I mean, if I was to come across generational wealth, the first thing I would do is be quiet about it.
Right.
So
A couple of days. I saw him very recently.
Well, if you saw them at this, I'm just going to say ball. I'm uncomfortable with the other word. And then I believe
No,
you
of course.
left to rescue Byra. I've already had correspondence from Rowan, the leader of the town, expressing his gratitude for your great work. So, well done on that. But Drex has disappeared. We have grave concerns about him. The only place we would know is the Cheeky Mermaid Inn, where he talked a lot about it, or his house, which is this one right here, and he gives you directions, and it's quite close to the buried tower.
Okay, well, he proved quite helpful for you, didn't you, Pastor Timothy? I think he saved your bacon, shall we say?
Well, yes, we protected each other's bacon, so to speak, that night. Was that the last time anyone saw him, or was there another? Has anyone seen him since?
I believe, though I cannot confirm, that he made a trip to the Cheeky Mermaid Inn after the evening festivities, shall we say. And I believe that was his last point of contact.
Well, after a hard day's work, there's nothing like visiting an inn. Hey, boys.
All right, the Cheeky Mermaid sounds a little bit risque, though.
Just the local bar for the fishermen. Nothing more, nothing less.
Yeah, there's nothing like a little bit of innuendo for the fishing folk.
Very good. Them fishermen are dirty bastards, all right.
Do they sell sex on the beaches? All right. Tally-ho, go forth.
Ever feel rested?
Well, I mean, we're just right there. Let's. Couldn't help just to go and ask a few questions.
Pastor Timothy, you should be able to point out any of his distinguishing features. Birthmarks, tattoos in unusual places.
90s goatee, beard.
He looks a lot like a construction manager that I had in a job called Brett Wilby.
So you leave the halls of the Lawgiver and head out, I assume, of the Fish Gate. You have two leads, his house or the Cheeky Mermaid Inn.
I think we go to the inn myself. Don't you? Or would you like to go to the Cheeky Mermaid?
The Cheeky Mermaid is the inn.
Would you like to go to his house? Sorry, I'm tired. I'm back teaching. It's so much fun having all day to prepare for D&D.
I think we should go to his house first. We may pick up some clues. And then, if the Cheeky Mermaid was the last place anyone saw him, there may be someone there that we can sidle up to. But if we've got nothing, as we enter the Cheeky Mermaid, we may come out with just the same nothing.
Okay, well, that's fine then. Let's go to his house.
Okay, so you head across the area. Okay, so the first thing that you take note of... so I'm still on the wrong map. The most unusual feature here is the buried tower. If anybody feels the character would know something about the buried tower, they can make a history check.
I don't know about mine. Not really a local. Would Talk be a local?
Well, I was a local, but a long time ago. So it's over 20 years since I knew much of the city. And
Well, how long does it take to bury a tower?
Make me a history check. We'll see if anything comes up.
I
Just
just
talk?
did 7.
Oh, sorry.
I assume.
No. It's a...
No, but it doesn't. It's something that has slipped my memory, if ever I knew.
I'll make a check, just because there's a family history in the city.
Sure. Right, Pastor Timothy pulls one out of the bag. So, well, first of all, no one has been able to get into it. The legend or the history, it's hard to say, was that a magic user used this tower as a base of operations. Looking at it from the outside, it just looks like a cylinder. Very, very featureless. There's no obvious doors or windows. It's just a cylinder. But it's very much sunken into it and just like leaning at a 5-degree angle or so. People have tried looking for doors to try to unbury it to get to the bottom, but it's proving very difficult to do so. So most people just have written it off as a curiosity. Some foolish wizard did something that they shouldn't have. And it's just been standing inert for years, just a cylinder in the ground at a slight angle.
Are there any fresh diggings? Like, does it look like anyone's had a go at it recently?
People have had a go for a number of years, but they've basically given up. Seems to want to... It resists being dug out, as it were.
Yeah.
Something arcane and mysterious about it. Okay.
Yeah. Well... Yeah. Well, I thought that maybe Drac, being a dwarf, would have some new way of digging, and if there was any new digging around here, I would have put it down to him, and I'd bet dollars to donuts he'd vanish down the tower. But it doesn't look like there's any new signs of excavation, as far as I can see.
Wait. If he was so sure that you would get generational wealth, per se, how do we know it was from this tower? And if so, why bother looking for him? Because he'll either be in there or there'll be money in there.
But just remember, not all that sparkles is gold. And there are many things that have value.
Give one example that...
So a good meal would be of excessive value. You can't eat your gold and silver.
And how did you get the meal?
Well, one could have the skills, be rich in skills in hunting.
What did you hunt it with?
Perhaps one would have great skills with weapons.
Where did one get the weapon?
Well, in my case, it would be handed down in families.
And where do you think your family got it?
Perhaps in the past, one of my ancient ancestors made it.
Where did he get the resources?
The ground, I hear, is an awfully popular place.
So he made the sword, made some sort of way to make it into a sword, and it's lasted all these years.
It's very durable.
Very durable. But you see, that seems like a lot of effort, when one could just have money to buy said food, instead of having to rely on generational skill and talent.
So what are you suggesting? Are you?
I'm simply saying that even though his ancestors have worked very hard to make such a mighty and fine sword, same could be achieved for money. So I would say that money definitely values more than a good meal.
I master Hector, but somewhere along the way, someone had some skill.
Yes, and why did he use that skill to benefit somebody else if it didn't benefit him?
I must admit you've got me there, Master. You've cornered me with your logic.
Not logic, it's mere facts. You pretend like the money doesn't matter here, but why are we doing this job? It is not out of the goodness of our hearts, it's to get paid. So do not act as if it was anything different, for pretending is not for those like us. We are who we are.
I believe what Master Torp was insinuating was the idea that money itself is not a thing. Money is merely an item, a mode of exchange for services or items. Those are the things, the real stuff of life. And money is just a way to achieve those things. So it's like a finger pointing at the moon. If you look at the finger, you'll miss the majesty of the stars above. Money is the finger. All the things, all the stuff of the world, that's right out in front of you. If you stare too hard at the finger, the money, you'll lose sight of what's really real.
And what is really real? What is real to you?
What is real to me is this conversation we're having right now, Hector.
Conversation is a waste of time. Was merely bringing up the suggestion that if the dwarf had found a way to get into this encampment, then it probably wouldn't be hard for us intelligence in the group to rub our brain cells together and figure out a way in. If there's not money or if there's not a dwarf, then oh well. But if there is money, or if there is a dwarf, who is effectively just an ends to the means for the money, then why bother? It is a good place to start.
I'm just concerned that that we could spend days digging in the night, and meanwhile this poor dwarf is located somewhere. If he has found his way into the buried tower, I think that we're better off looking for clues within his house to find egress into said tower. Don't you think?
Yeah. So, I mean, this is a pleasant enough diversion, but it's just a little stop on the way, isn't it?
What happens if he's already dead? I'm not sure he'll be getting any deader.
I know, but what happens if he's not already dead? And the quickest way into said tower is via his house. I think that we should use our heads rather than our hands.
I concede. You have thought of a clever idea. Let us go check for clues. But mind you, I am relatively sure that we will be back here.
I certainly hope so. It's perked my interest. The idea of generational riches in a mysterious tower just next door to a dwarf, someone known for his tunneling and that sort of thing. I reckon we should check for trapdoors. Perhaps he's found a way to go under and in.
Oh.
Why? Because he's a dwarf and dwarfs are underground a lot?
Yes, precisely.
A little bit presumptuous there. Do you have particular animosity towards dwarfs?
Do you think?
No, not at all. Listen.
Are you saying, Master, that Bilson may be stereotyping and prejudicing himself towards the dwarven race there?
Yes, unless some of his best friends are dwarfs now, then that's a completely different thing.
No, one of my best friends is a tabaxi. I don't recall many dwarves in our troop. I don't believe. And this is when
Never-
Malcolm reveals that
Oh.
there's lots of dwarves and I've just
Nope.
ignored them and can't see them.
No,
Never bothered to look down.
no dwarves.
Yeah.
Right. Well, as scintillating and illuminating and gratifying as this conversation is, I say, whoa, hi ho, it's off to work we go. Well, let's go look for some clues.
Let's do
Okay.
it.
You approach the Drax's Tight-Lips abode, as revealed by both Drax and Nathal, the Red Cloak. And the house is... you approach it and you're about 100 feet away, so it's very obvious that the doors are closed, the shutters have been lowered, and the door is closed. So it's just a lot of the other houses around here are just shutting up for the night, but this one's... there doesn't seem to be a lot of activity in it. Just shuttered, boarded up. Well, not boarded up, but, just completely closed off from prying eyes, perhaps?
I checked the outside for any form of traps or anything like that that's around the outside of the doorway.
Well, when you get closer to the house, you hear some thumping sounds from inside, as if something's kind of... Actually, make a perception check. I'll see how much information I can give you. As you attune your ear to the sounds.
Doesn't someone have a hearing bonus?
I got it here.
Okay, let's see it. So you all stop. Also, you compare notes about what you're hearing, and you all did very well. There's something moving inside. It's more than one thing, and it's not moving with much of a sense of direction. Like at one stage you hear it bumping into the wall. Another time you hear it or they knock over a vase and it shatters on the floor, and then there's no shit that they drop something. Just kind of wandering around in there.
I don't suppose he enjoyed that gala a little bit too much and brought some friends home.
You think it might be a lock-in type situation there?
You are the expert on these things, Bastard.
Only second-hand. I've only heard of these things. Never experienced them myself.
I believe you got a pretty good view a couple days ago. So, who wants to knock?
Well, I feel brave enough to knock on the door and to see what response I hear from the knock.
You knock on the door. No change. It just there's wandering sound inside. Door, you can tell it's locked. It wouldn't be that easy to either throw your back into it or pick the lock. It's not a particularly secure lock.
So there are no other windows or anything else immediately obvious as a point of entry. It might already be ajar.
There's windows, but as I said, they're boarded from the inside.
All right, well, since there's been no response, I assume somebody inside might be in trouble, so I think I will have a go at getting into the door.
By picking a lock or by throwing your shoulder into it?
I think I will. I don't have any skills such as that, so I will.
Well, if you want,
put my
I can pick
shoulder
a
into
lock
it.
for you. Oh, okay.
So,
Knocking very loudly there, aren't you?
what sort of check would you like me to do with that?
Oh, athletics.
Boing!
Yeah. As I said, it's not a particularly secure door. But you do knock it down. Oops. And you look inside, and there's 4 skeletal figures dressed in robes, which is kind of unusual. They almost look like undead magic users. That type of vibe. And they look towards you and grin. And you see arcane energy arcing around their hands. And they weren't smart enough to prepare an action, so we'll just
roll for initiative.
Oh, I should have clicked on myself first, shouldn't I?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, clicking on myself.
If you forget to click on yourself, you can always right-click on your token and click on Add Turn. That'll just put you in with 0, and then you can just manually adjust it as you go. Oh, there you go. So Torque and Hector just type in what you actually rolled. So Torque at a 15. There we go. Perfect.
Yep.
Remember, you're a paladin, so you've got some undead possibilities, eh?
Yes, by making them more dead.
Oh, yeah.
This skeletal-looking magic user looks at you, and you can already notice there's some type of arcane energy flowing around these creatures. But it looks and grins at you, Torque, and slings a firebolt in your direction. You see it coming from a mile off, though, and you duck underneath. Is that right? -2. That's not right. Regardless, you roll terribly. The firebolt just dashes over top of you. Pastor Timothy, you're next to react. What do you do?
Right. I think I better. I'm going to move in front of the doorway.
Sure.
Where's the door? Where's the doorway?
One to the left, right there. Nah,
There.
The window.
There. There's the doorway.
To the left.
Oh, yep. And I'm going to cast. Put con. 1, 2. Yeah. I'm going to cast color spray. So I'll go into the thing and find it and cast it.
Okay.
And I'll roll 60-10.
Okay. Is blind.
So, yeah.
Okay, so it's going to blind.
29 hit worth of dudes.
Hey, I'm going to say the ones closest to you. It affects 2 of them. Yeah, we'll say 2 of them. 2 of them, the color spray explodes, and you just they stand around dazzled. And how long are they blind for?
They are until the spell ends. It's save and suck. So 1 round.
1 round. All right. Okay, so the color spray erupts out. And is that your turn, Pastor Timothy?
Yeah, I'll move back away from the door.
Sure. As you do, the skeletons are going to use a reaction to cast Time Stop. That's right, they're casting a 9th level spell. As I check on some children, so you'll be paused for just a second. Okay, my
I think we're going to be paused for more than a second.
My wife's in the Philippines at the moment, so I'm gonna soloing the kids, so I'm just going to check on them. I'll be right back. Time stop spell fades. Oh, not quite there.
Yay!
Screen's going. Don't want that. Right, there we go. Okay, so color spray cast by Pastor Timothy. Two of them look a little dazed. Torque, you're up.
All right, well, I shall advance. I will step around the corner as not to block the entranceway.
Huh?
And I shall have at it with the flail
Sure.
on the chap immediately to my north on this.
Which you'll have advantage on because of the color spray.
Well, thank God for
11.
that, because it was only an 11.
11
So
will
I'll
miss.
roll that again. Well, that will be a bit of a hit, though. I should
Definitely
hope.
hits. Yep.
And so we'll smack him a bit. And then I think I might want to throw the old Divine Smite on that by using one of my spell slots.
Nice.
Might as well.
Yeah.
Might as well
Is that
do
the
that.
first Divine Smite of this campaign?
Well, I could do a Searing Smite, but I think a Divine Smite will probably be the deal. Where was that on my actions? Yeah.
Any bonuses to undead people with divine or flails or whatever?
Yeah. You'll do, if you
It's
cast
just
it
a-
at first level, you'll do an extra 3d8 damage with Divine Smite. An extra d8, because indeed, skeletons are undead.
All right, well, here's the 2d8. And that's another 4, and here's another one. Another 2 as well. So
Oh
6
my
plus-
goodness! 3 twos.
Yep. Oh well.
And flail damage as well, don't forget.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought I'd rolled that.
No.
There it is. It was already there. So it was 9 for that. So that was an
Yeah.
8. So that makes
with
up
your
for it.
divinely inspired smite, you don't do 9 points
Yep.
of damage with your flail. You do 18 points of damage to the flail. Seems they don't like being bludgeoned very much. So it's 18, it's 24 damage, and you just shatter this poor skeleton into powdery dust as your divine smite combines with your sword. It just dies. Well done, Torque.
Overdid that. Do we want any prisoners? Right, well, I'll finish there. I think I'm...
Round.
Yeah. So,
And then-
but my turn starts at the beginning of my turn, right?
Yeah.
Oh, once per turn, not once per round. I hear what you're saying. So yeah.
I think I think that makes sense. Because this is
Yeah,
Pastor
well,
Timothy's turn. Okay, so a miss, well, a hit, but not as effective as you'd hoped. Torque, not bad for a reaction,
Right,
though.
well... I'll step on the piled corpse remains of to my side. Let's move over. And have at him with the flail
Okay,
again.
not at advantage.
After I've done that, we're not all grouped up. You're not worried about being bunched. I
Yep.
will...
I know, but like, don't. It's all right.
All right, well, okay, well, I might advance to there then.
Let me have a look. Let's have a look. Hector, wave the tentacle.
Yeah, I realized I was misreading it. There was a full stop. Whoopsies. That's awkward. Now, I'm going to make 2 attacks on the one next to Tor.
Sumptuous. That's a miss. You still have a bonus action to attack again if you like.
I would make another attack.
Yeah. You can always. That one will hit. Okay. Skeletal apprentice is going to try and climb up on top of this structure. I'm going to give him a dexterity check. Reaches out, and with his glowing hand, he grabs you around the neck, and you feel the arcane energy but he kind of just picks you up and he turns with you in its in the classic undead thing, grabbing you around the throat, and he drops you down and you tumble down the stairs into the cellar. Make me a dexterity saving throw.
No, I'm sure it's only these ones.
Yeah.
This one in front of you, Torque, fires a firebolt at you. It was a 13, which I think is going to miss. And Baleson,
Yes.
you just notice, what's his name? Torque go tumbling
Torque.
down the stairs.
Does a 14 hit?
Doesn't get through the arcane armor, unfortunately.
Oh, yeah. Oh, well. That's that then.
All right. This one is going to fire. It's going to go for your neck, Hector, with his glowing hand. There was a 17. Doing 3 points of lightning damage. And he's going to swing. Oh, no, Balson's there. No, he's going to stay there. Okay, pass to Timothy.
Right. Looking in through the window, I see what's happened. I see Torque's fallen down the hole.
I think with
So
your passive perception of 13, you hear firebolts being thrown down below, so you know he's in trouble.
oh jeez. Oh jeez. I'm going to drop concentration on heroism.
Oh.
That was concentration, but good to know. Okay.
Well, I assume it's concentration. Maybe it's not. Heroism. Yes, it is. Yeah, because you get that ongoing.
Okay, you're right. You're right.
Yeah,
Okay.
and Ronan. And at the top of the stairs, cast dancing lights ahead of me, and make my way down the staircase to try to assist Torque.
You should be able to see now down at the south here of the map.
Yep. Torque fella, what's happening?
I fear there are more of these accursed undead.
Oh dear. Okay, well, we hold the line then. And I believe that's my turn.
Okay. Now, also the grid's a bit wonky on this map, so a little bit of imagination might be required. Yeah. Okay. Once again, firebolts keep on being flowing down. This one's going to go for Torque again. Ah, oh, rolls a 2. I'm rolling terribly. Okay, Torque, for being peppered, avoiding all the firebolts. What do you do?
I don't like the looks of these guys, so since I'm meant to be up close and personal, I will advance here and smack this one with the flail.
Sure.
See if I can do a bit better this time. I think that's a bit
one
better.
Hits. That one hits.
Yay!
Hits through their arcane armor, and you do 14 points of damage.
Yep.
Nice. Oops. Okay, cool. Hector. Up on the top there, what do you do?
I'm going to grapple the skeleton back.
Sure. So he rolls 19. The DC is 19. So athletics or acrobatics?
What?
You can roll athletics or acrobatics, your choice. And the DC is 19, because that's what he rolled.
I have to beat 19. Also, I get this. Wait, hang on, let me just quickly check. I did read that right. Because my tentacle arm is activated,
Huh?
I gain advantage. Oh, that's only on athletics. Ooh.
You could use it for acrobatics if you like. I mean, if you don't have a tentacle arm that's good at grappling, what's the point of having tentacle arm? So if you wish to make an acrobatics at advantage, you can. Oh, there we go. Despite the skeleton rolling really well, you get a sticky arm around him. Nice.
Could I, like, hold him as like a shield?
Sure. Yep.
That will be my turn.
So using him as a human meat shield, in other words.
Oh, I don't think he has
Well,
much meat on him.
A skeleton bone shield.
That's true. More firebolts from these creatures go for you, Torque, and that one's an 11. I'm rolling terribly. This one's going to shoot a fireball at you, Hector, for picking up his mate. And this one rolls a 12, still rolling like crap. And finally, the one right in front of you is going to reach out to you, try and grab you around the neck. Rolls a 2, come on. Oh, no good. Balson.
I'm going to come around here, if I may, and go around 1, 2, 3. If I can stand up there.
You can if
It's
you make
okay.
an acrobatics check as you're climbing over bellows.
Acrobatics.
Not terribly hard.
7.
7 is good enough. Yep, you're good.
I'm going to punch this one to the right of me.
Sure.
It's punchy. Oh, get out of the way.
Are you raging?
Hey!
That doesn't count for extra damage though, because you double
I know,
the
but
dice.
I do get 4 damage, so that'll become 8 damage.
You just punch a hole straight through his chest.
Yeah. Boom.
Natural 20.
Okay, nice.
I might just come down here as well to get in the way of Hector, so stand there. That's where I'll go down to.
Excellent. Another firebolt to the face, Torque. You've been avoiding these very well. 17, Torque? 18.
18. Sorry.
These guys aren't doing as well as I'd hoped. Okay, as you're grabbing hold of this one, it's going to reach out a skeletal hand, try and wrap you around the neck, Hector. That rolls a 3. Man, what's going on? Okay, pass to Timothy.
Right. It's time to see how stupid these skeletons are. I'm going to try to cast Minor Illusion of just a wall in front of where's the pinging tool?
Just left click.
Hold down.
Left click.
Hold left click.
So click and hold.
Oh yeah. Just there in front of that one.
Like that.
Just So there's the one
All right,
It's
we'll
like,
see.
oh, look, there's a fucking wall there now. You can't see us. You can't attack us.
Okay, sure. Skeleton advances right up to the wall. Looks confused and will pause there. Actually, I'm going to get them to make some intelligence saves. Not with a 1. No, that's not going to work. Okay, so Torque. What do you do?
So there stands one in front of me.
Huh?
do I just smite him? No, I think he will flail him again, so we'll have a crack at that.
Sure. Oh,
15?
just misses. Just.
Yeah.
AC 16.
Oh dear. Alright, well, that's alright. I feel happy where I am. I might, I think I'll move up to be diagonal to next to this wall.
Sure. Let's see if the
That has
wall
appeared.
holds. Hector. So we've got this guy as a bone shield.
I'll unload 2 punches onto him.
Sure. Let's hold him with his tentacle and just bush, bush. The other fist. Nice.
Is that advantage because he's grappled?
No, that would be restrained. Mechanically, his movement is 0, and that's it. So just straight rolls.
Right.
Oh, that hits. Double the damage that you roll. Yeah, you're holding him around the head, and the rest of his body just falls away. You just have the skeleton as you punch his rib cage out, and you just throw the skull to one side.
And I'll make another attack on the other guy.
Sure. Just shuffle over and absolutely.
Da-ha-ha!
Hey!
Boom!
Oh, let's see the damage. 20 points of damage. Yeah, you one-shot this guy with another punch straight through the chest. Actually, it's more than that. Roll just for funsies. Roll another 2d6. Oh no, wait. No, that doesn't.
No,
make sense.
it's doubled. Yeah.
He's dead. There's the bottom line. Yep. Okay, well done, Hector.
Are you going to run downstairs, Hector, as well?
I have to check up on them. Suppose I'll peek it in to see what's happening.
So 5, 15 foot of movement to get there. It's the south of the map, if you ever worked it out. Stay there.
I'll move just slightly off of this stairs. Wait,
Sure.
Can I be there?
Yeah. I said the grid's a bit funny on this map. Not sure what's going on, but there we go. What's your spellcasting DC, Master Timothy?
It is. For that, it is. Spells. Religion. It is 13.
Sees through the illusion and it's kind of cast a firebolt. I gotta hit Torque at least once. This is ridiculous. 17 Torque? Oh, 18!
Nope.
Oh, damn it! The one to the south of you will grasp you around the neck again. So I'm rolling a 14. Now it's going to 8. Balson.
I'm coming downstairs. 1, 2, 3.
4. Right there.
Oh, hey, guys, it is a tunnel. I said tunnels, right? I said tunnels. Then if I jump down to here, would that be 5, 6? Would that be right? Because I've already done a diagonal movement.
Yes.
Do I have my short bow? I'm going to shoot my short bow, even though it's going to do no damage. It might take out that one next to Torque. Here you go. 13 is a miss.
That's just whizzes wide. Now that they've seen things going through, they realize that this is all a ruse. And they all see through the minor illusion. Delay them for a little bit, I guess. Once again, an empowered skeletal hand tries to choke the life out of you. That's an 18. I think I finally got you. Torque 18. Yeah, just hits you.
Great.
Yep.
That does 8 points of lightning damage.
Ooh, okay.
And he's going to take a
Ouchie.
step back. And no, you don't get a reaction.
Oh,
Mhm.
Hercules did that trick quite a few times in the last campaign.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, it is indeed Shocking Grasp. Pastor Timothy.
Oh dear, guys, what's going on? This all seems very suspicious down here, doesn't it? I moved
Right.
there. And in another attempt to trick these stupid skeletons, I'm going to coalesce my 4 torch-sized dancing lights into a vaguely humanoid shape and have it skedoodle past them up the tunnel to the northeast.
So you're illuminating that area, in other words.
Yeah, but also it says that I can combine the 4 lights into one glowing, vaguely humanoid form of medium size.
Ooh.
So I'm hoping to maybe trick them into thinking it's a dude who's running away from them, past them. And I can as a bonus action, I can move the light up to 60 feet.
So it's kind of skedaddling up this way.
Yeah.
All right. We'll see if they respond to that. Okay, excellent. Well, he's more concerned about zapping this interloper in front of him. Rolling a natural 20. There we go. That's more like it.
Natural 20!
Or 7 points of lightning damage. Then he's going to retreat back up this way. 7 points of lightning damage.
So that was on me again, was it?
It's on torque. I didn't say so. It was a natural 20 on torque. Yep. Torque. So they're doing the hit and run tactics. What do you do?
Well, me now. So this one here is pretty slammed, but if I run away from him, he might get another attack on me. I'm just going to scroll over a little bit, so they've just moved back that way. I think I will smack the one to my south anyway, just to take him, see if I can take him out.
Flail is being super effective, and I put the
Well,
mockers
not
on
at the moment.
Put the mockers on it. I'll take responsibility for that one.
Okay.
Okay, so swing with a fail. Misses. Hector.
Incompetent. Tacticless. Fools. Hang on. So this. I will fire a chromatic orb at this faraway skeleton.
Sure. Is that a roll to hit, or?
Yeah, rolling to hit.
Okay, sure. The chromatic orb shoots out and just detonates harmlessly next to him.
I'll then punch the guy in front of me.
Sure. Oh, that hits.
Ooh.
And
Yeah.
Indeed.
he's got 3 hit points. So that's him surviving 14 hit points worth of damage. Another one shatters into component pieces. All right, nice, Hector.
I'll then use. I'll move behind to talk.
The skeleton is going to shoot a firebolt at this illusion and just passes harmlessly through it. Then he turns around and looks at you guys again. Not before retreating back up here, though. He realizes it's an illusion, but it cost him an action to do it. Bowson.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm going to shoot at the one that's closest to me because I can't quite get into reach. My short bow is a 12, it doesn't matter.
Okay. Firebolt to the face, Bowson. I'm just tiring of reading these low numbers. So I'm just going to say it missed, and we'll leave it at that. Pastor Timothy.
Oh, you boys are doing so well. I'm very proud to be amongst you, and if there's anything I can do to assist you, just sing out. I'm more than happy to do it. And the only thing I can think of doing is thaumaturgy, causing harmless tremors in the ground for 1 minute, just making the whole thing shake a bit.
The entire mine shaft collapses in on, and you all die. End of campaign.
It does specify harmless tremors.
Oh, okay, I'll hit you off then. Okay,
Harmless treasures.
All right, another firebolt. 16, Bowson. We'll get
That hits
Bowson
me.
for 7 points of fire damage as it explodes.
Ooh.
And then
I'm
1,
actually
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and it retreats back up the tunnel. Torque.
Okay, well, I'm actually going to lay hands upon myself since I'm somewhat beat up.
Cool.
So I will do that for 5 points of healing.
Okay, that's your action.
Yep. I don't... I will advance up a little bit. Yeah, I will advance up next to Baleson, so at least I've got 2 characters to shoot at.
Sure.
Give it an opportunity attack, maybe, or no, it's your call.
No, nobody hit me yet.
Oh yeah, no, but I get you. Yep.
Okay, Torque advancing. Okay, nice. Sorry, Torque, did you have an action?
So my action was laying hands. It's not
that's
a bonus
right.
action, I
That's
think.
right. No, you're
Let me
right. It's an
just
action.
check.
I'm sure it is. Hector, you're up.
Yeah.
Out of my way, fools. Am I gonna be able to just brush by them?
Yep.
Yeah, you can go through an allied space.
Yep, no problem.
And then I'll make 2 attacks on this skeleton.
Okay, first one.
Come on.
Oh, the suspense
I
holds.
keep forgetting.
You do keep forgetting.
I mean, yes.
Oh, that's a swing and a miss.
I'll try again. That's even worse.
Oh dear. Getting too confident perhaps in your abilities. And he does not, in fact, get bludgeoned. But do you get a firebolt in your face for your trouble? Hector, with an 18. Yay, finally a hit. 10 points of damage. I'm down?
Yeah, I have 0 HP.
Okay, that will
Ooh.
do it then. And then...
So did you just go straight to 0?
Yeah, I had 10 HP before.
Oh yeah, wow.
Ailson. Hector falls.
Okay, I'm going to just come up here and punch this guy.
Okay,
Because
cool.
I think that's my best use of stuff. 18.
Ah, that one hits, so 8 points of damage.
4. Yeah, 8 points of damage.
Nice. Okay. Punches are the way to go, it seems. And it's going to reach out a empowered hand and roll a natural 1.
Oh, yeah, that'll miss.
That's going to miss. I have to fail myself. Pastor Timothy, your young master has fallen.
Young master! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Young master, I must. I've got to help you, and I'll try to stabilize him using a medicine check.
Yay, DC 10.
He's on 0.
Yep.
He went directly to 0 though, didn't he?
Which means he's dying. And Pastor Timothy tried to stabilize him and he failed.
Oh. So if it lands on 0 exactly, it doesn't mean that he's... So he still needs to roll death saves? Okay.
He does, yep.
Okay.
Alright, Pastor Timothy panicking a little bit perhaps. Firebolt at the closest one, which would be Pastor Timothy. Ugh. 3. Oh, that's clicking on the buttons. Alright.
Get your frothing throwing your bloody fire around. Can't you see we're in a bit of an emergency pickle?
It moves backwards. Torque ignoring you completely.
Right, well, I will use the cantrip Spare the Dying and reach out and touch my tentacled friend, or my limbed friend. So, did I cast that? Display on VTT. Away you go. Bam.
So
I've done that for him. So stable. I will, given that I'm now on 10 hit points, and that's pretty good for most of the... I will advance forward to that position there.
Sure. Okay, Hector, you're unconscious, but you are not dying, so you can just lie there and think of better days. Torque, Firebolt. 17, Torque?
Nope.
Nope.
And he's going to stay there. That's far enough away. Baleson.
Punching. I'm punching badly.
Yep.
Punching below my weight.
You are indeed. Shocking Grasp on Torque. Rolling a natural 20. Yeah. That's,
Natural 20.
Oh, not great damage. Or only 8 points of damage. Or to 1 and a 7.
Oh, jeebus.
I think he just survived that, if I'm reading it correctly.
Yep,
Yes.
still upright.
Hey. Fantastic Shocking Grasp, though. Okay, Pastor Timothy. It's your young master breathing shallowly, but still alive.
You leave my friends alone, and I'll attack with my dagger.
Right. That hits. You do 1 point of damage, as piercing isn't the way to go against these things.
No.
But you do get a hit in. Okay, Torque. Another firebolt comes. Another 18.
Oh, 18, you reckon?
Yep.
Yep.
10 points of damage, and I believe that fells Torque.
I believe I'm resistant to fire, though.
That'd be 5 points of damage.
Yeah, well, so still down, but anyway. So you should have hit me earlier.
Torque, privately roll me a death saving throw. You do that by typing that into
Slash GM.
GR.
20. Oh, not GM. GR.
It's a Game Master roll.
I've disabled that thing. Just roll it. Did it roll for you? No, I haven't seen it. Yep, there we are.
Okay, we'll take note of that. Hector, you're unconscious, so you can do nothing. I guess this will be at Pastor Timothy as another firebolt shoots down, rolling a 6. So detonates harmlessly around you. Balson, your allies are falling left, right, and center. What do you do?
I punch my way out of everything.
All right.
Yay! 8 points of punch.
Enough to explode the skeleton. It's head.
Cool.
8
And
points
then I'm
exactly.
gonna I'm gonna come in front. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna go up to here.
Okay, so advancing bravely. Pastor Timothy, Torque is now down. Hector's okay. What do you do?
I will move my butt around to here, and Torque, you proud man. You're too good to us. You're too good for us. We need you. We need you, man.
Do some CPR on him, and he is not up, but he is stable. Unconscious. Okay, well done, Pastor Timothy. A little bit of CPR. And is that your turn, Pastor Timothy? You're hanging around back there?
It is my turn.
Okay, another firebolt comes arcing down the corridor. Detonates harmlessly past you guys. He rolls a 12. And Torque, you can do nothing. Hector, you can do nothing. And another firebolt comes arcing down the corridor. Balson. Let's just say it missed.
Okay. So I'm gonna run up to his face, and whoopsie daisy, this thing's going funny. I'm gonna punch him. Let's punch. Like 18.
That hits. So good
8
punch.
damage total.
Damage, got it. Beautiful. Okay, Pastor Timothy, your allies are breathing. They're alive. What do you do?
You guys are just bullies. And you know what happens to bullies? When someone stands up to them and... Oh, geez, the map's being weird for me. Sorry.
Sure is.
It's a weird grid. I don't know what's happening.
I'll run up and up to the skeleton. And I'll say, "You're just a bully," and I'll try and shove him over.
Okay. He makes a 11, so make acrobatics or athletics. DC 11.
I just closed my tab with my character sheet on it, so I'll go acrobatics, which is +4.
Last misses. Oh no, what the DC was
15,
19.
15.
11. Oh, yep. Yep. You sweep the leg and he falls prone.
You stay there. You know what's good for you.
Right. Firebolt to the face on Balson. 19, 7 points of fire damage.
Oh, goodness gracious.
From here you hear Torque saying, "Healing! Healing!" I suspect the healing stuff is gone, Torque. Hector, you can stay down there too. This guy, I'm going to have him stay. He's going to reach around your ankles and try and shocking grasp you, Pastor Timothy. And he rolls a 19, 6 points of lightning damage. Balson, you can attack this guy at advantage if you like.
I'm going to step up here, and I'm going to punch the advantage dude. Shift that. Oi!
Still
8.
only 8 points of damage. But a natural 20 is
20.
good. Okay, Pastor Timothy, what do you do?
Stab him. He's only got. Looks like he's near death's door.
Yeah.
Have
I'm
you
gonna
got-
do like an elbow drop, but stabbing him with my dagger.
Sure.
Yep. And oh,
Oh, you have
Not very
advantage. You have advantage.
You have advantage.
Yes. Better.
Hey!
Was it the People's Elbow? Was that Hulk Hogan's move?
It was the rock.
Ah, there we go.
That's
There we
the
go.
people's stabber.
And you stab him. He has 1 hit point. His resistance doesn't come into it. Alright, nice elbow drop. Okay, the one skeleton left. He is going to Shocking Grass Baleson. The natural 20 for 11 points of damage.
Natural 20.
I'm okay.
And just because he can, he'll take a step back, not invoking an attack of opportunity. Torque, no.
Of
Hector,
course
no. Baleson.
I'm gonna step and stand and deliver. Punchy, punchy, punchy poo.
Alright.
That's not gonna do it.
That's a horrible failure. Pastor Timothy.
You, my friend, are another bully, and you need to be shown. So I'll try and shove him over again.
Okay, he rolls less than a 22. Flips on his back. Once again, he's going to try and grab you around the ankles, and he rolls an 8, so that misses. Torque, no. Hector, no. Bowson. Pastor Timothy has set him up. What do you do?
Here we go. That will hit, so 8.
Okay. Nice. Okay. Pastor Timothy, he's prone on the ground.
Oh, the dagger drop was so good.
Add advantage. A 17 will hit, but you won't roll a natural 20. You don't, but a 17 does hit. Roll damage. It does 2 points of damage.
That's cool, that's cool.
I'm getting him, Baleson.
The skeleton stumbles to its feet, reaches out a shocking grasp to Bowson again, and rolls an 8. It's going to miss. Talk no, Hector, no,
Yay.
Bowson.
Let's go punching! Yeah!
Well, they have 17 hit
Punch him into
points.
dust.
You do. Because they have 17 hit points, and Pastor Timothy did enough to break it down just enough. So I guess my wife's not here, but she still wants to know.
How do you want to do this?
This is like a triple punch because he's so sick of it. It's just like, and he's trying to show off for his monk friend who's got some cool moves, but realizes that he doesn't see him at all, and so punches him, pounds him into bone meal.
And he would make excellent fertilizer one day, but that day is not today. Okay, so you stop Bowson, Pastor Timothy, you look around. Skeletons are dead. Your companions are unconscious. As you ponder and decide what to do, I'm just going to have a quick check up on my kids, so I shall BRB. Yeah, just a moment.
Don't know. We'll do some investigation upstairs, hey?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm back. Looks like you're playing without a DM, but do whatever you like.
No, we were just wanting to take our friends upstairs so that they could rest and recuperate. We don't have any healing on us, unfortunately, so
No.
Sure.
we might. Yeah. So if we all go upstairs to the top room.
Okay.
Are we under any time pressure here?
Well, possibly because of the old dwarf. You know, he's gone missing.
Oh, Dracky Darklips.
Yeah.
Well, we better make these guys comfortable and see if we can bring them round.
Yeah. Okay. So I might search upstairs for any form of healing potions if there's any form of healing up here.
Well,
Right.
make an investigation check as you look around.
Uh-huh.
Uh,
11.
I'll have a look around down here, just in the area that we've kind of been in.
Sure. So, Balson,
Yep.
you don't find that there's a mix of minor jewellery and silverware worth about 77 gold pieces altogether. No, that's all you find. And
I don't pick up those gold pieces. I leave them.
okay. Balson, there's a door here that's the interesting thing you find down here is a door.
What?
I pass to Timothy. Yep.
Well,
I'll pass it to
you know what they say? The Redeemer doesn't close window, but he opens a door.
I'll check it for traps if you want. I can see if it's not trapped, just in case, you know.
Oh, yes, sir. Definitely do that. And allow me to guide you in that attempt.
Oh, thank you very much. What is that one? Is it perception or investigation?
Sleight of hand.
Checking. Oh, sleight of hand. Perfect.
Plus Dex.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So no, I've got good sleight of hand. So 18 plus another D4. Yoink.
The door is unlocked.
Cool. Awesome. What do we find inside there?
I'll let you open the door, which I can do.
Yeah.
You.
Oh my gosh!
Dragon!
Hey! Dracky!
I'll try and heal him. I'll try and medicine check him. Try and save his life.
Sure.
And I'll help.
No, don't help me. You do it yourself.
Right. Oh,
Well, between the
I'll try
two,
again.
sure. Well, eventually, well, even with those a 7 on the dice, you realise he's not actually dying, but he is unconscious, and he'll
Oh,
be very
cool.
gaunt in the face.
Very
what was his name again?
Drax.
Dodgy. Drac. Drac, are you okay? We were sent to look for you.
No response. Once again, he's alive, but he's not conscious. He's like your friends.
Okay. Of course. His lips are tight. I have a quick look around this room to see if there's anything that can raise him down in here in the cellar.
Just rotten grain, unfortunately.
That's exactly where I put my rotting grain.
yeah.
He's just unconscious. Shall we bring him upstairs and we should just rest for a while, I think.
I believe so. Just before we go up, though, I would like to just check the tunnel we're in up to where we got to for any signs of new excavation or like new work, like
Well,
with this tunnel is old or new. Yeah.
Oh, it's all new. Drax has been very busy. And you do a little bit of mental calculation in your head past Timothy. And you realize that this is the edge of the sunken tower. Like this is the outside wall of the sunken tower.
Ha! He did it!
It's a wall,
They said
though.
it couldn't be done.
It's not a door, it's a wall. But yes, he's definitely excavated underneath the ground to reach the outside of the sunken tower.
Excellent. Well, now that we know where he is, a bit of the time pressure's off, so I think we can rest a bit and get everyone up to health and up to speed.
Okay. Yeah, so we get upstairs and put him in his bed. We can also put... They can top and tail, can't they? Tieflings aren't that big.
Here we go. So you wait about an hour or so, and we'll say that's enough to bring Torque, Drax, and Hector all back to 1 hit point. As they
And that's a short rest for us as well?
Sure.
As we're waiting?
Sure, Timothy and Bowson can do a short rest.
Well, I could cast Cure Wounds a couple of times. So I've only got a small ability to do so. But I certainly could do that. So on my Squiddish friend, I will cast the Cure Wounds. It was a 9. And then I will cast it again on myself for 6.
And Drac has woken up as well?
Oh, hello! Oh my goodness. Well, I'm alive. I'm not in that blasted cellar. Oh, I believe I owe you folks a debt of gratitude. My name is Drax Tightlips. Would I have the pleasure of thanking me for saving my life? Thanking you. Who are you?
I believe you met Pastor Timothy at the soiree.
Oh,
Hi.
Pastor Timothy! I didn't recognize you with your clothes on.
I present a little bit when I'm clothed. Present a little differently, but it's good to see you again, Drac, man.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, I thank you kindly for saving me. Sure I was a goner there, my goodness.
How'd you get yourself stuck in that room?
I was in a bit of a jam, as you can see. I tunneled. I reached the buried tower, right at the end of me tunnel there. Now, none have achieved this feat that I know of, but it seems more dangerous than anybody could imagine. And who knows what lies inside? See, the strange thing was, I got to the tunnel, and being a dwarf, I hit it a few times with my pickaxe. I did absolutely no damage, but these blasted skeletons, they seem to teleport out. There's no obvious in and out to the tower, but out they came, and man, I was no match for them, and I locked myself in the cellar underneath. But I couldn't get out for fear of dying. And not that they got me, but lack of food, lack of water was about to be my end. So thank you for coming just in time.
Lack of food and water in 2 days, man. That's pretty quick for starvation, don't you think?
I think I got myself a little bit dehydrated with
right.
drinking the night before. But yes, I was in quite the pickle.
Oh, yuck. Well, they seem to be guard dogs of some sort for the tower.
Perhaps. But I think it's only best if I call the Red Cloaks and inform them of the danger. And even now I know what they're going to say. They're going to insist that we collapse this mining tunnel. And I think my greed got a bit too much of me. It'd be okay if they closed up this tower. It's too dangerous. I think the buried tower is best to be left alone.
Yes, now, so this was your plan to get generational wealth. You haven't actually got generational wealth. Am I right?
No, not even close. I mean, I thought I could just break my way into the tower underneath, but my pickaxe did less than nothing because it seemed to summon these creatures. So best left well
Okay.
alone. Need to collapse this thing.
Well, I dare say that we should get the opinions of the Red Cloaks on this matter and do as they recommend. Since Nathiel Wester wanted us to find you and find out what had become of you.
What you want about the Red Cloaks? They tend to have a bit of a stick up their butt about the law, but they're there when we need them. So I will welcome
And you
Nathiel
have
Wester.
you have not broken any known law. You were excavating on your own land. Is that correct?
Yes, let's say that.
Well, at least that is the story you've told me. So that is your
Well,
truth.
well,
We'll see what Nathiel Wester has to say.
Well, this is my house, my cellar, but is my tunnel my tunnel? I dug it, but was it my land to dig on? As dwarves are sticklers for mining laws, and I'm sure I've technically dug on other people's land.
I think it's kind of like a milkshake. What did you say? You've just put your straw in by the side. All right?
Such a great scene. That's a great movie. All right, well, let's... I'll start cleaning up here. There's a few skeleton bodies around, and perhaps if you touch base with Nathiel Wester, that will suffice.
Can I, just while I'm there, I didn't get an opportunity to do so because the combat ensued so quickly. Can I do a divine sense to see if there's anything else lurking?
Nope.
Or do I just get a sense off the tower of anything, that wall?
The tower is not undead, celestial, or fiend, so nope.
Right. So no more. Okay,
No.
good. At least there's... We
No
seem to have
undead.
got all that came.
Mm-hmm.
How long do you say it took you to dig that tunnel there, Drac?
Oh, a good month.
Good month. And you almost died, man.
I did.
And you're willing to just tussle that away, all that effort and pain you went through. Just because you...
Well, no. But knowing Nathiel Wester and the Red Cloaks, look, dangerous things come out of this tunnel. What's the obvious solution? Close the tunnel so dangerous things don't come out of the tunnel. I can just hear him sticking to the law. I mean, if the tunnel could remain up, I mean, what use is it to me now? It leads to a dangerous tower that I have no hope of getting into.
Well, who's to say that we haven't just defeated all of those spectral, skeletal, what's-its, and the tower now might be safe?
Could be. That's for Nathiel Wester to decide, I fear.
We know what he's going to say. We also know, maybe we don't have to take it to him right away. Maybe we could just think on it for a couple of nights.
Although we were charged with finding what happened, and I'm sure Nathiel Wester will want to know why he was trapped. Since that's what we've asked to do, and we gave our word, that was our intention to impress upon him the good deeds that we could do, especially you, Pastor Timothy, would know that it is in your interests to curry favour so that you might work off your debt to society.
Boy, taking a look at that young man, Nathiel Wester, and I don't think there's any favour to curry in him. I think he lives by the law, and
But he has given us...
He's abdicated his own reason and his own humanity to the law.
But he has given us some lucrative opportunities to help you work off your debt to society.
Right.
Perhaps he has more.
Perhaps he has more.
Certainly, I'm enjoying the opportunity to be of service again.
Right, and I do sympathise with your reluctance to be dishonest with a man in such a position of power. It may be our undoing to do it, but maybe if we go to Aethel and he asks the right questions, we'll answer the right questions. If he ends up not asking the right questions, then that's really on him, isn't it?
So we found him knocked out in the cellar. Is that what you're saying we say?
Well, we did find him knocked out in the cellar.
No, just getting our story straight. It's always important to have your story straight so we present a united front.
I will point out that I will not dissemble if directly asked anything further. That is not my way.
I will speak on your behalf.
Well, if we're done sorting out the logistics, then I would propose that we celebrate one of the biggest tactical blunders I've ever seen.
At least none of us punched each other, alright? Not a single one of us hurt each other.
And you didn't see the end bit. The end bit was great.
Oh, mate, the dagger drop. Oh, my goodness, the dagger drop. That was immaculate. Not particularly effective, but it looked good.
I must say it was exhilarating. I'm not one for such fisticuffs, but those skeletons.
Is this a dagger you see before you? Bang!
I'm so glad you all had your fun. Now, back to point. I'd like to point out we got ridiculously lucky. If one or more of those fireballs had hit us, we might all be dead. Or, worse, I might be dead.
Don't worry, I could have gone down at least once and would have been fine. My punches saved the day.
This wouldn't have been an issue if we hadn't split up. I'm not saying splitting up isn't a terrible idea, but the fact that you let it... What happens if the enemy had flanked you? I understand these skeletons weren't very intelligent, but if our enemies had been slightly more intelligent, I'm sure they would have come at you from behind. What would you have done then?
Well, we would have rallied together. We would have kept our wits in our heads. We would have come up with a solution as a team.
Be a bit hard to coordinate things when there's skeletons surrounding you. I understand talk has a bit of a reason, but you, Pastor Timothy, while following him and backing him up was a great idea. You did just leave enemies to turn behind you. I'm glad you had faith in me to deal with them, but still, a little more thought on these things.
Well, young master, you've given me another thing to think on, and I'm sure we'll operate better next time.
Yes. As the stakes get higher, there might not be a next time. And I'm telling you, if it's between your life and my life, I think we both know what I'm going to choose.
Oh, I hardly think the stakes could get any higher than a bunch of arcane skeletal warriors in a deep, dark tunnel. That was the scariest thing I've ever seen in my life.
That spider was pretty scary.
Oh, yes, the spider was scary, but at least that was outside, you know.
How does that make it any better?
Well, I don't know. Being in a tight, cramped place with a horrible monster is somehow less preferable to being out in the woods, out in the, you can breathe the air. It feels a bit more natural, But anyway, let's be off.
Yes, we are still alive, and I guess that is an accomplishment in ourselves, and we weren't fighting each other, so... All in all, not terrible.
Alright. So easy enough to leave Drax as he continues to clean up. Remember the skeletons were wandering around and just smashing up the place. So he thanks you once again and he starts putting his home back together, suspecting he knows what Nathal Wester will say. And you go back along the seabed into the fish gate. You hear the gentle strums of the Lucky Leap Tavern is looking very tempting, but you need to report to Nathal Wester. So what do you guys do?
Well, that is, I think, the most direct thing that we should do.
Right.
The King's Games are still some way off, so perhaps we should do that.
So we're going to see Nethel Wester?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so you wander over
Yeah,
to
let's go
the
see him.
halls of the Lawgiver. You come across Mr. Wester again. Oh, you guys look, you took a bit of a beating there. You don't look great. So what happened? Tell me everything.
Well, we found him. He'd locked himself in a cellar that was devoid of food. He was passed out completely.
Okay. Kind of feel you're bearing the lead here. Why was he locking himself in a cellar?
I think he felt threatened and so locked himself in there.
If we're going to have an ongoing relationship profitable for both for both the Red Cloaks of the town and you yourselves, I'm prepared to pay you generously for the job that you've done. But if you're going to answer my questions with blank statements, then perhaps this relationship is best ended. Why did he lock himself in a cellar?
Because some skeletons came. We have felled every single skeleton, and they have been felled. And we found him in his place. He was a bit embarrassed about the skeletons, and so we thought we'd tell you.
He just stares at you blankly.
So we killed the skeletons. We killed 6 of them? 7 of them? How much was it? How many? Sorry, many. Yes.
If you're in my shoes, what would be the next question you asked?
What would we like for a reward? Perhaps
You're
just
trying my patience. Why were there skeletons in his cellar?
Well, we believe that he said they teleported there out of nowhere, and we believed him. I studied his eyes, and they teleported there, and he locked himself so that he couldn't get any. Locked himself downstairs.
Any other information you wish to add?
Pastor Timothy. Anyone else? Is there anything that I've missed out?
He'd found a curious wall that he couldn't get through with his pickaxe, apparently.
Yes, that's right.
I don't know what sort of wall a dwarf can't get through with a pickaxe. Those things are sharp and strong.
Make a persuasion check, both Balson and Pastor Timothy, or have your separate persuasion checks.
Persuasions or deceptions?
Oh, your choice. I guess deception, actually. You're leaving out one critical piece of information. So yes, deception.
Just because I have one is better for me. With my Rougeous good luck.
Pastor Timothy is good at lying. Well, it's late. I'm tired. I need to talk to Drax come morning. But now, I guess you've done everything I've asked you. I didn't discuss the reward, but there's 200 gold pieces for your troubles.
Oh, thank you very kindly. I do have a question for you just before we turn in. Listen, we went to what was called a pre-party for the Wilthammer Ball, and while that party, dare I say it, was not to our taste, we've heard that the Wilthammer Ball is something to behold. And I was just wondering if there was any possibility that we could get an invite. We've now saved the lives of 2 citizens, and I mean, we've helped you out with this Gorso manor business, although I suppose janitors get a cent there. We've also shown our cooking acumen. Perhaps we could, attend in a service capacity. But I just wanted to know, is there any possibility that we could attend the Wilthammer Ball?
As a guest, no. Basically, anybody who's anybody will be there. And quite frankly,
Yes.
I'm starting to respect you a little bit more, but you're still a bunch of nobodies as far as the muckety mucks are concerned. So I can't get you an invite there. Might be able to get some work for you as a waiter, assistant chef.
Well, that's an area where we have some experience, at least. We recently supported a battle of the chefs, and we were able to
Secure
assist
victory.
for finding my notes. He was great.
He was
He was an
exquisite.
Exquisite,
Ozara the
yes.
exquisite. Yes. It sounds an odd thing to say, but us Red Cloaks don't have as much influence in the High District as you'd expect. Now, obviously, nobody is above the law, not even royalty, not even the Wilthammers themselves. But any misdoings, they tend to deal with it internally using their own highly paid guards. So it makes the area very safe, and any problems, they tend to get their own guards to do it. But I'll try. It's as best as I can promise.
Thank you very much. To witness such an occasion would be truly magnificent, and to contribute to such an occasion would too be wonderful.
Let me make some calls and we'll get back to you come morning. But I'm tired. I'm going to bed. Good night.
Good night.
Okay.
Well, shall we all go to our favourite place, the old jumping spot?
Well, it is nearby, so it has that advantage. And now that we have some coin about us, we should be able to pay our way.
Oh, it was a couple of silver. Do you want my shout? Tell you what, my shout tonight.
I think it'd be wise for us to not to take to double up in runes this time, though, just in case we get visited by a spirit.
Well, if you think it's certain, I mean, I understand that. I don't think that would happen again. Do you not? Or should we actually go and attend some other inn? Actually, yes, I don't know if I actually want to stay here if the spirit returns.
Well, if the spirit returns, I'd rather that we were there to help these poor people than be having to fend it off by themselves. But I think...
Sure, certainly. I hear you.
actually just before you are, well, regardless, do you head to the Lucky Leap?
Yeah, I think we're heading to the Lucky Leap. Yep.
Okay, as you're about to enter the front door, Hector, I'm going to say that everybody knows this, that the old wall was built by slaves under the harsh masters of the Dark Angels that used to rule this land. And it's, I mean, you saw firsthand the mysterious property of the old wall when you went into the Alley of Menace and your Knowles companions went crazy and attacked you all the way back over here at 96. So you know the stories, this old wall is kind of mysterious. And just out of the corner of your eye, Hector, you notice right behind the Lucky Leap Tavern, you notice some writing and it's glowing ever so slightly. Your other
Like
companions...
the hideout at the top?
Yes.
Yeah,
Similar.
we've done this. Oh, similar to that. Okay. Oh, new information. Sorry, I just...
No, this is different.
Oh. Who was able to read this last time? Was it you? Was it Hector?
I don't know who it was last time. I'm sorry. Hector was the one who spotted it.
But I have the ability to comprehend languages as part of who it is that I am. So is this just obvious to Hector, or only otherwise? If I
You can all spot it. You go up and try and read it.
Yeah, what could happen negatively when you're dealing with old arcane words from angels, dark angels, long since dead?
Nothing could
That
possibly
seems
go
perfectly
wrong.
safe. Nope.
Make me a history check.
Okay.
You want to guide him, Vinny?
Oh, yes. Good. Yes.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Oh, sorry. I was just fiddling with my ear.
That's actually a 20, so
Whoa!
I may have been out of circulation for a while, but I'm wondering if I might know something.
Yes, you do decode it. I think I mentioned this before. If not, I'll mention it again. It is in Celestial, but it's a very, very, very old form of Celestial. It's like if you've ever read Canterbury Tales, and it's kind of modern English, it's kind of makes perfect sense. But the original way that Chaucer, I think it was Chaucer who wrote it,
Yep.
it's still English, but it's almost incomprehensible, right? It's so different. So this is the same thing, but with Celestial. And it says, bring your sacrifices to the gate to the darkness within. It further goes on to explain where the gate to the darkness within is. Explains it as actually I'll just show you the easiest. Oops.
Cloud Peak.
All the way over here, literally the other side of the map.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
So it gives you very detailed instructions, which is why I've labeled it on the map, about bringing sacrifices to the gate to the darkness within. So obviously not maybe an immediate concern for you. It's a day to travel a hex, so that's it's a couple of weeks, something like that, to get over there. Long way away, but that's what you see.
If we're in the area, we'll go to I hear it's nice. I hear it's nice this time of year.
Well, I don't think this is any spoilers, but you'll be definitely exploring the lands of Eglarion in due course. This entire campaign doesn't happen in Odinmere. All right. So taking that in, you return to the Lucky Elite Tavern. If you splash out 4 silver, you can stay the night. And
I'll pay for that.
And you wake up refreshed, and you wake up
Wait.
invigorated, and you wake up at level 4.
Yay, cool.
We also long rested.
Yeah, long rest and level up.
Woo!
Okay, that's going to take a bit of doing.